The IRS has announced an easy way for you to withdraw your previously filed claim related to ERC, the Employee Retention Credit. What you do is you make a copy of the Form 941X that you previously filed, you write on it, and you fax it in. With this, they've also provided a website to go through specific facts and circumstances, also a checklist for you. Quite helpful. I'm going to give you links to that all in the body of this video. Now, with that, there are some details to that, so let's get into those.
JJ, the CPA is here.
JJ, the CPA here. Hope you're doing well. So the IRS has come out with these streamlined procedures on how to withdraw. So they've given you a checklist, examples, steps, a fax number, especially for this, and it is a way for you to easily and quickly withdraw your claim for ERC. Now, why would you want to do that? Well, it would be that you filed for ERC, which means you filed for Form 941X, and you later found out that you don't qualify. And so here's a way to try and correct that, hopefully ahead of you getting a check. So there's 3 scenarios that the IRS has provided on how you would go about claiming or withdrawing, I should say, your ERC claim. Now, the first thing to note is that this set of procedures would only be available for those that have filed Form 941X or that similar form for that organization for their employment quarterly annual reporting. So you filed a 941X or the like, and you only filed for an ERC adjustment, meaning you didn't file for any other adjustments on that Form 941X, and you want to withdraw the entire claim for that quarter. And with that, then the 3 scenarios that you are then following the specific steps would be: first, if you have submitted a Form 941X and you've not received a check and you have not been provided any kind of notice from the IRS that you are under any kind of audit related to that. So with that, you're going to make a copy of Form 941X. You're going to write on the left, very big, withdrawn, just as this shows. And then on the right, the person who is withdrawing, who has to be somebody of authority and able to, is going to write their name, their title, sign their name, and then put the date. And then you can fax it to the special number that the IRS has provided. Side note, this fax number is not available to file an original Form 941X. It would only be to file a withdrawal of your Form 941X. And then you're done. Now, if you have filed Form 941X, you haven't gotten the money, but you have been given notice that that quarter, that claim is under audit. Well, you're going to do this same thing. You're going to complete this step of copying the 941X, writing withdrawn, put your name, your title, sign it, date it, but you'll give it to the IRS auditor that's been assigned. And if you've not yet been assigned an IRS auditor, then you'll respond to the notice indicating that you're having an audit with that Form 941X going to that department. The third set of circumstances would be that you have filed for this, you have not received any kind of notice that that claim is under audit, and you received the check, but you haven't cashed it and you haven't deposited it. Well, what they want you to do is the same steps. Copy the 941X, write withdrawn, name, title, sign, date, but you won't be able to fax it. What they want you to do is mail it to the special address that they have provided, and you will then send the check back to them and you'll write void on that check. So there's the 3 scenarios. Now, what would you do if you filed Form 941X and you already got your check and you already cashed it? Well, that's just a normal procedure, nothing special needed there. What you would do is you would file another Form 941X correcting what you previously filed on the original Form 941X with a letter of explanation. And with that, it would probably indicate a dollar amount that you would then want to send in. So if you're in those set of circumstances and you're unsure, again, you can get with a tax professional. You also can go to the IRS website to their checklist that I've given you a link to. They've also updated their frequently asked questions. And with that, if you don't feel comfortable, it would be better to withdraw the claim. Now, don't think you need to be scared. I don't think you need to look at this as now the IRS is coming after you. What we know really for the last couple of years, definitely the last year, that there's been a lot of third parties out there that have decided to really push, quote unquote, sell this ERC claim. And therefore, there's probably been a lot of employers out there that have filed for ERC and filed incorrectly. So this is a way that the IRS is trying to combat this. With that being said, you still can get ERC. You can still file for it. How? Well, I'm giving you a link actually right here to a playlist of free videos that I've put out. You also can go to my webpage and I've got articles related to this. So you still can get ERC. How long can you get it? Well, check out my other videos. All right, hey, thanks for tuning in. I'd love it if you'd subscribe. And then don't you ever forget, you've never met a CPA quite like me. You have a great one.